Dirk Nowitzki had some very poignant comments tonight on the Amazon Prime NBA pregame show discussing the firing of Nico Harrison. I'm just going to let you hear and listen to what the GOAT had to say about what is taking place this week, and I encourage you, implore you to listen very carefully because you will want to hear all of this. Take a listen.
Well, I think there's just too many distractions, too much going on to keep going this way. This move should have probably happened this summer, honestly. I didn't want this negative energy and this black cloud over the Cooper Flag era, but here we are now. I figured this fan base is a passionate and loyal fan base. I was lucky enough to experience it for 21 years, and I knew they weren't just get over it, as people say, or forget about it. They're extremely passionate, and this trade just made no sense. It made no sense to them, and really there was no explanation for it either. And it felt like the fans feel like they got robbed of actually seeing the end, seeing this through, seeing Luka develop into hopefully a champion one day, and it feels like they never got to see the end to this. So this was very heartbreaking, and but now it's I think it's time to move on.
And with that, we welcome in our national NBA insider. Oh, and just that's all right. And just our guy Marc Stein, but clear, concise, insightful. Brilliantly said by Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, he summed it all up in the best. Yep, we're fully back. Yep, camera.
We got him, folks.
We
Ladies
got
and
him.
gentlemen.
Our National NBA Insider. You can always dial up the Stein line at the Stein line. Marc, let's just start right there before we get into tonight's game. Dirk letting his feelings and insights be known on Amazon tonight.
Yeah, very powerful words. I think they got everybody's attention. He had a lot to say. Obviously, I think in the immediate aftermath of the trade, he always was somewhat measured, but I have to imagine that landed pretty well with all of our friends in chat tonight. And I think conveyed sentiments that a lot of people in chat probably have, would be my presumption. I mean, you guys tell me, how's the reaction there?
People agree with him.
Yeah, 100% agree with what Dirk said. Perfectly put. Bring Dirk back. GOAT speak. All that good stuff. So,
well, look, I wrote earlier this week, obviously, with Michael Finley as co-interim GM, with Jason Kidd as the coach. These are two of his best friends in terms of former teammates. Like, I don't know that he needs or wants a super formal role, but obviously there's going to be dialogue. He's going to, his voice will be heard going forward. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Steve Nash is also now an advisor to the Suns, correct?
Steve actually is formally an advisor. But look, there's a great interview that Dirk just did with our buddies Ben and Skin on their new Haymaker channel. And Dirk laid out at length in that discussion, which is something he said a million times. He does not want to be a full-time front office guy. He is really excited about TV. He's putting a lot of time into it. I mean, this is his new career, and it really is new ground for him. So that is his focus. He also still has a role with FIBA. He's on the FIBA board, and that requires travel to Europe, travel to Switzerland, where the FIBA offices are. He has a bunch of FIBA commitments, so he does have quite a bit on his plate already. But I would say, whereas he wasn't being heard at all, and there was just no engagement. Like, it's just, for years now. And then obviously with the whole manner of Casey Smith being demoted and then ultimately leaving to join the Knicks. I mean, since then, Dirk has really removed himself from business around here. And again, I think everybody is going to be engaging him and reaching out to him. Whether he takes on some sort of formal thing, is it even necessary? I mean, again, Michael Finley and Jason Kidd are two of his closest friends and most beloved former teammates. So the lines of communication are more than open.